Now that we have leadership that is sort of indiscriminately determining who belongs and who doesn't, and we know that those decisions aren't being made with courts and with due process. And
how is he indeterminately saying who belongs and who doesn't? Do they have paperwork? Yes or no? No? Okay. Then they don't belong. It's that simple.
Yeah, but she's trying to say that the white man is picking and choosing who should be here, preferably white people.
So she's saying that if
That's what
you're,
she's saying.
she's okay. So basically, if they're looking at people, and if they're brown with tattoos, then they automatically MS-13. They got to go.
That's what she's saying.
Got you. Would you call Ben Crump and say it's because I'm black?
The guy's a dick. Let's just put it that way.
knew very early on that no one was going to see beyond the color of our skin at an early age. And that could get you in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about that fear, I'm sure that fear has been tested across your life in so many different places. And I wonder, what would you say has been the most hardest recent test of that fear? Because it's not one of those fears that you kind of get over and it just goes away. It kind of shows its head in many different ways, I imagine.
Well, in this current climate for me,
it kind of shows its head in many different ways, I imagine.
Well, in this current climate for me, it's, what's happening to immigrants. So it's not the fear for myself anymore. I drive around in a 4-car motorcade with a police escort. I'm Michelle Obama. I do still worry about my daughters in the world.
You hear that? I'm Michelle Obama.
Keyword Obama.
I'm Obama.
You just have to tell her that. You have to tell her, ma'am, we don't care about Michelle Robertson. We care about Michelle Obama.
You think she inflates her level of importance?
I definitely think she does, right? Being a first lady is an important job. Yes, it definitely is. Okay.
I think she does too. I mean,
like
because
after that, what are we talking about? Right. And then I want privacy, but you keep putting yourself out here. They come up with their own stuff because you keep telling us stuff. Oh, I can, I just want to choose me. I didn't want to go to the inauguration. Ma'am, you talk like you're a politician. You're at every damn thing. You want to, position yourself and tell women that, men, they don't have to listen to their men and they can, stroll to the poll on their own and vote a different way. Yeah, people are going to be looking at you.
I can dig it. You ain't saying, listen, I agree with you.
I do still worry about my daughters in the world, even though they are somewhat recognizable. So my fears are for what I know is happening out there in streets all over the city. And now that we have leadership that is sort of indiscriminately determining who belongs and who doesn't, and we know that those decisions aren't being made with courts and with due process. And
how is he indeterminately saying who belongs and who doesn't? Do they have paperwork? Yes or no? No? Okay. Then they don't belong. It's that simple.
Yeah, but she's trying to say that the white man is picking and choosing who should be here, preferably white people.
So she's saying that
that's what she's saying.
She's okay. So basically, if they're looking at people, and if they're brown with tattoos, then they automatically MS-13. They got to go.
That's what she's saying.
Got you. Like stop and frisk, but for Mexicans. I mean,
not for Mexicans.
Not for Mexicans only. I apologize, guys. Not only for Mexicans.
It's for all you.
For all the illegals. Illegals don't mean is not the same as Mexicans. So y'all need to stop saying that. It's not nice.
Courts and with due process, and that it's being made like this cop that pulled my brother over when he was 12. You don't look like somebody that belongs. I can determine just by looking at you that you're a good person or you're not a good person. And knowing that there's so much bias and so much racism and so much ignorance that fuels those kind of choices, I worry for people of color all over this country. And I don't know that we will have the advocates to protect everybody. And that frightens me. It keeps me up at night.
All right. So what you think about that overall?
She a whole liar. She's a liar.
We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.
You couldn't possibly be worried about brown people. Okay. You couldn't possibly be when you're married to the deporter in chief. You could not possibly be concerned about brown people. I mean, here's the thing. Michelle Obama is talking about, that this administration is not going through the courts, because she's in that interview talking about, oh, well, he's not going through the judges. He's not going through the court. Neither did Barack Obama. He literally had a 15-year-old tortured at Gitmo.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, yeah. I sent it to you.
What?
Yeah. Look at your messages in your phone. I sent it to you.
Oh,
he had a 15-year-old tortured at Gitmo. And remember, he was supposed to close that, right? Because they didn't get any due process when they would go to Gitmo. So they would send people there and they would say, oh, they did something, against the United States. Fine. Why don't you hold a court for it? And that's why people wanted it closed. So you can do that, but Donald Trump can't send illegals who we know are illegal because they came over here and they don't have papers. So you actually know that they committed a crime. Barack Obama had Gitmo and was just sending people there. It was like, yeah, they did it. So the ACLU, the same people that are suing Donald Trump right now, sued Barack Obama tons of times.
Wow.
I'm like, do y'all not like remember any of this stuff? Like, they have selective amnesia.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta see what you're talking about because you did send this to me. Now I gotta put this in here. Goodness gracious, man.
Yep. They got the footage and everything of him sitting there getting interrogated, after being tortured, and the little boy just crying.
Get out of here.
Uh-huh. And that's on the ACLU's channel. Okay, that's their channel.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta play a little bit of this because this hopefully I don't get in trouble. This better not get me in trouble.
No, it's the ACLU. The liberals like them.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Heard this story before.
You don't care about me, that's why. I'm on my arms, I'm all old. You say it is healthy. It's healthy, I can't move my arms. I requested medical for a long time, they don't know anything about it.
No, I mean, they look like they're healing well to me. I'm not a doctor, but I think you're getting good medical care.
No, I'm not. You're not here.
Six days after President Obama's inauguration, Omar Khadr's trial is set to begin.
If President Obama does not stop the military commission prosecution of 2 young men who were captured as children, then one of the very first acts of his administration will deal a devastating blow to one of his own stated goals, which is to restore the credibility of America in the eyes of the world.
President Obama allows that trial to begin, he will be breaking with international practice and will be presiding over the first war crimes prosecution of an alleged child soldier since World War II. When Omar Khadr was taken into custody by the US at the age of 15, he was subjected to severe abuse and torture, including being held in painful stress positions, suspended by his wrists for hours on end, being hooded and menaced by barking dogs. He was even used as a human mop to wipe up urine after he urinated during the interrogation.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So wait a minute. So
This your boy. This your boy.
he ended up peeing on himself during the interrogation, and they used his body to clean up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
If there's evidence that Omar Khadr committed a crime, then he should be transferred to US federal court to stand trial before the American judicial system for the crime that he allegedly committed. That trial would be in standing with US values, US justice standards, and international juvenile justice standards. We don't know how Omar Khadr ended up in Afghanistan, but his lawyers have suggested that he is a victim of other combatants who used him as a child soldier.
Mm-hmm. Pause there real quick. And Barack Obama was also the president that put in indefinite detention.
Indefinite detention. What's that mean?
That means you get no trial. You get nothing.
Oh, so everything that the left is
It's talking about what came under
due
Barack Obama.
process.
All of that. It's like
Wow.
all of it. You can look them. You can go on the government's website, look up the law, and look who signed it. Look at the executive order and look who signed it. I assure you, it will say Barack Hussein Obama. I assure you, not Trump. Barack Hussein Obama.
Jesus, 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 Jesus. Hey guys, hit the like button, gang. We pushing it. Let's go.
Well, there's not anything I can do about that. By using this as a strategy to talk to us, it's not going to be any more helpful.
I am being honest.
Or you can't even bear to look at me when you're saying that.
Recently released footage of an interrogation really raises the question of his mental state. Shows him sobbing and begging for help. It shows that he was a scared teenage boy and raises serious cause for concern of how he's been treated and whether he's just was too young to be held and treated as he says he's been treated.
This was during Obama's first term or second term?
First, before he decided that he was going to try to do some other stuff so Democrats can get back in office. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was in pander mode at that point.
No, this point, no, he was just doing what he wanted to do. His second term, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Mohammed has quite literally grown up in Guantanamo. Medical records show that his height has grown, he's filled out. He became a young adult in the terrible confines of this isolated island prison. Afghan forces captured him and they held him. A number of officials interrogated him and essentially told him that if he didn't confess to the grenade attack, he would be killed and his family would be killed. And Mohammed's alleged confession became the basis for his detention by US authorities and also the basis for the war crimes charges that have been leveled against him in the military commissions.
Is the predictable result when a child is taken into custody and held without access to an attorney, without charge, without contact with their parents or other children for years on end and subjected to abuse day in and day out.
Mohammed was subjected to what's euphemistically called the frequent flyer program, and he was subjected to it a few months after he attempted suicide on Christmas Day 2003. frequent flyer program is a program of extended sleep deprivation, and Muhammad was subjected to it for approximately 2 weeks, during which he was moved 112 times every 3 or 4 hours to prevent him from going to sleep. And Muhammad—
What? Wait a minute. So every 3 hours, they come get this dude and move him to another cell. They play too damn much to make sure that he don't sleep for 2 weeks straight.
So that's like every time I let you fall asleep, it's sleep deprivation. Every time I let you fall asleep, I wake you right up. And then I make sure it's loud dogs barking, all this stuff. And then I let you go back to sleep. And then I wake you back up.
And all of this was something that he started. This was not
Yeah.
simply a
The
program.
NDAA is under Barack Obama. So when Barack Obama says, well, when Michelle Obama says that she doesn't know anything that would keep her up at night like this, please. The stuff that her husband has done, authorized, said, did, please. Please.